It is a chilly Saturday morning, but fear not, just grab your cup of joe, sit back and relax while Diana Master and Aina Riza Quayo keep you entertained. And yes, we do envy you because you are in your blankets and we are here, but nonetheless, we move on. How are you doing today?
I am fantastic. I'm a little bit cold.
Yeah.
It's so cold today, but you know, I can adjust. I'm here live and in color, and I'm ready to deliver exciting episodes.
Love it. So I wanted to find out, what's your favorite perfume? Do you have one?
Oh, I do have one. It's called Coach NYC.
Oh yes, Coach's. Oh, Coach's beautiful.
So my cousin on
amazing.
my graduation gifted me Coach, and from that day I've just been in love. If it's not Coach, it's not giving. Unfortunately, I cannot afford it myself because the prices there in Edgar's are giving 3K, 4K.
You know?
But there are people who gift me perfume, and I always say, when somebody asks me, what do you want? I say, get me Coach perfume.
Wow.
And I just rely on those people. And funny enough, they do actually go
deliver.
out and buy it for me. But that's
Love
like
it.
my favorite scent ever. Yeah.
I think for me, it's hard for me to say I have a favorite scent. I am in love with perfume. I love smelling good. I'm obsessed with smelling good. Some of my favorite perfumes that I've used over the years are Hypnotic Poison by Dior. Narcisa Rodriguez, for her, that is an amazing scent. It gives, but the problem is it's a very heavy scent, so it's more for winter.
Okay.
Yeah, because once you put it on in summer, it's too strong. So because you have your winter scents and you have your summer scents. Currently, I am using Paco Rabanne Olympia.
Okay.
That is divine. And just a few Elisa, Tom Ford, the cherry one.
Yeah, I'm wearing Tom Ford now. I can't remember the name, but I just know it's Tom Ford because the brand stands so big.
It
on
stands
the
so
body.
big.
Yeah.
And I like how minimalistic the bottles are.
Yes.
They're very minimalistic. It's just a solid color and it just says Tom Ford. And
But you know, I like more of sweet scents.
You're like me.
Floral, that soft vibe.
Yeah.
I love those type of scents.
I'm not a floral girly. I don't like floral perfumes because I don't like the smell of flowers. I guess it has to do with allergies or whatever. But I love more of the jasmine scent. So it's like a very sweet scent. And I like that scent that when you pass by, everyone is like,
yeah.
who's that? And I used to get that a lot with Hypnotic Poison. Unfortunately, they phased it out. I think now they only have Poison Girl. But Hypnotic Poison, it was that. It was a Hypnotic Poison. Like every time, people be like, what is that? What's that scent?
And I love a person who smells good. You gotta smell
That's so
good.
purr. Like, when your man hugs you and he leaves his scent on you, please, this is for men who bath. This is for men who bath.
Whoa. Men catching strays so early in the morning.
They must. No, because they will misunderstand me when I say, like, he needs to have that. Oh my goodness. Like, and you know how scents are when it comes to men. They're very strong, they're very powerful, dominant. And so when he hugs me and then like for the rest of the day you're just smelling like him, like
dizzy.
Giving dizzy.
You're gonna be dizzy.
But that is it. Please do tell us some of your favorite perfumes. Maybe Aina and myself can go try them on, see how we feel about that. But stick around because after the break we talk about artificial intelligence in the education sector and its benefits. Stick around.
The best just got better. Parata's fiber packages that give you unbeatable internet speeds at unbelievable prices. Enjoy speeds of up to 10 megabits per second, starting from just 500 Namibian dollars, excluding VAT. Sign up now for these fiber packages that are pushing the boundaries of innovation, so you can enjoy more connectivity, faster browsing at even more affordable prices. Visit your nearest Paratus offices to find out more, or go to paratus.africa/Namibia to sign up online.
Always prepared. Paratus.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are joined with Dr. Eva Pandi Beerkus. and we're talking AI in the education system. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for having me, Yolandi.
So, I don't know if we will have all the answers when it comes to AI. It's such a vast industry at the moment, and I think it's a buzzword in not only Namibia but all across the globe. How will AI affect the education system, and has it already happened in Namibia?
That's a difficult question to answer because Namibia as a country is so, like you say, AI is vast, Namibia is vast. There are such big gaps between schools, between cities, rural areas. So you can't just encapsulate it all. But obviously it has entered the school system, whether teachers use it or students use it. I don't think on a high level at this stage, but just like when the internet was introduced, we all thought, well, we were a bit young, but we didn't realize the impact that it would have, and there was also a lot of hype about it. What will it lead to? And it's not something that you can just extrapolate and say this and this and this will happen, because I mean social media came in later on in internet. I don't think people would have guessed that something like that would boom, and that the internet would be such a big use for social media.
What are the potential benefits of introducing AI to the education system?
Well, AI is a tool that can be used. I think when we think about AI in school, for a lot of people, the first thought is cheating. Students just using AI to submit their work pieces, or so when I think that a lot of people think of AI as access to students to cheat and stuff like that. But AI is a tool, and I think as a human race, or as people, we also develop, technology develops, and we need to go with that. It doesn't mean that AI is just a negative thing. So the benefits might be that it could be of assistance to teachers. I mean, it could help free up time by grading papers, grading assignments, and things like that. And it can be used as a beneficial tool in a multifaceted way for teachers to use it to enhance their teaching. And to enhance their teaching material, and especially, for example, for kids with special needs, or not just special needs, different kids. You can actually use AI to assist you to personalize your teaching.
But what are some of the challenges that we can expect?
So again, when I look at AI in the education system, they are the challenges, and I will get to that. But I also think it can work together, and even if it doesn't. Even if we look at it from a negative perspective, because when I first thought about this, my first thing was nope, I don't want it in the education system.
But my first thought was also just about the cheating.
Yes, yes.
And it just goes to show parents and educators need to be more involved with children and use it to your advantage, but it should work with children, not for children.
And these are the challenges. The thing is, I would not advise just an AI-operated education system, obviously. The drawbacks are there are no human interaction. AI, as good as it may be, it's also still in the beginning phases. Well, when I say the beginning phases, we've been exposed to AI for a very long time. It's only recently that it's actually made more accessible to to the public. I mean, like when you type an email, you know, when it suggests the end of the sentence, that is using AI.
Exactly.
That's just a small example. But when you expose students to an AI education system, you still need human intervention. Humans think critically. Humans are empathetic, and you know, you need that social development. So to raise a kid or to educate a kid, for me it's the same, it's analogous, because we are raising these kids, and hopefully in a holistic manner. So you need both interventions. You cannot just use AI as a means to educate. It won't work, and it definitely has a lot of drawbacks. When it comes to cheating, what I had a thought about this. In literature, for example, some of my favorite books are Grapes of Wrath. You know, if you discuss certain things, there are certain aspects of that book that pops out for me that might not for you. You know, even if we both love the same book, the way we perceive it might be slightly different. The way the author intended for us to see it might also be different. So I can easily go on chat, what's it called?
GTP,
and say, okay, give me a critical analysis of Grapes of Wrath, and, you know, discussing one of the characters and stuff like that. Then fine, within a couple of seconds, I've got a perfect essay there. What teachers can do is know, because I mean, it's easy to spot. You have a flawless essay here. Now, if we bring this into the education system, another perspective would be, okay, you've got this essay, now let's analyze it. And from that perspective, the child still learns. From my perspective, for example, in mathematics, sometimes the students use, if they don't understand how to solve a problem, they do use these different apps. And then it shows you, okay, this is the answer, this is even how you get the answer. But a lot of times they come to me and they're like, okay, this is what I got from this app. But can you please explain to me why that is? And this, I think, is very important, that the human interaction is still there.
Thank you so much for speaking to me, although we don't have the answers, and I doubt we'll have the answers very soon. But I think AI is the buzzword for now, and we have to embrace it and see how we can use it to our advantage while still staying safe.
Yeah, indeed, indeed. No, thanks for having me, Yolanda.
Stick around, ladies and gentlemen, more after the break.
Good morning, ma'am. First and foremost, I'm Ernst Christian Eichap. I'm the project manager or doubling in as the acting center manager of Hobabes Vocational Training Center. Our center has been established 5 years ago. In 2016, it was inaugurated by the Honorable Minister, Dr. Ida Kanji Muranki. And 2017, September, it was officially taken over by Namibia Training Authority. It is resorting directly under the Training Authority, and we are offering technical vocational education and training courses here. We have currently air conditioning and refrigeration from level 1 to level 4. Then we have got office administration from level 1 to level 4 as well. Then we have got automotive, electrical and electronics from level 1 to level 4 as well. And we are starting as from end of this month, July, we'll be starting with clothing production from level 1 to level 4 as well. We'll move over also to welding and metal fabrication from level 1 to level 4. And then we have switched over from automotive electronics to automotive mechatronics from level 1 to level 4. And in the near future, we'll introduce electrical general, we'll introduce solar, we'll introduce agri-TVET, agriculture, a combination of crop farming as well as animal husbandry. And then we are planning solar energy also as training. And then also we are planning to have a hostel of 300 trainees here in the near future.
300 is a lot. How many students do you currently have?
Currently, we have 155 trainees, and with the new intake, we are envisioning to move over to 300 trainees with the new intake. Last year, we had a graduation where we have 155 level 3 trainees as artisans. We qualified them as artisans. So they are now in job markets looking for job or creating jobs in the country.
Why is vocational training so important?
Madam, this is the backbone of the country. If you look in the other countries, if you take, for instance, Germany, if you take the Koreans, Asian Tigers, as I normally call them, if you take the European countries or the Americans, that is the backbone of any country. TVET enables the construction of a country economically, building the roads, building houses, building, let's say, or repairing cars, building, electrical appliances, installation of electrical appliances in the houses to light up the houses, the streets, and then the electrical appliances in the towns, and then plumbing work to make sure that the plumbing work in the houses are maintained, or in the hostels or in the offices are maintained. And then the mining sector, if you look at, for instance, now our country that is so rich with mineral resources, diamonds, hydrogen that is coming, the oil that is coming, the uranium that we have, the gold that we have, the precious stones that we have, all these things, mining sector is maintained by technical oriented people, technical cadres, artisans, technicians, and then engineers. So TVET is very, very important in a country, for the development of the country, not only for employment purposes, but for the prosperity of a country.
To another exciting episode of Irongo Talk. Jou
Dis die weer en vertel ook vir julle waar die vis heel moontlik gaan byt.
In our Talk of the Town segment, the youth are doing the most right now in Namibia, and this is exactly what we mean.
European Union, as Ambassador Antila just expressed, as an organization is by nature participatory. Even when the rule for decision making is the majority rule, we tend to accommodate the views and sensitivities of all member states, because this is the only way to make the moves forward durable and sustainable. You may have realized how long it takes to the EU to make a decision, but have you also realized that we never step back on those decisions? Now you know why. So, being participatory by nature, we have decided to make a space and listen to our partners in a more essential way than the classical political dialogues or diplomatic exchanges or even the academic events. That is, we have decided to demand the input of the youth of our partner countries, like Namibia, when it comes to what we do in these countries, like Namibia. So let me now do what I was expected to do at the beginning of my intervention, that is to congratulate you for having been chosen to integrate this advisory body, and also to thank you for volunteering to work with us and help us in our work in, with, and for Namibia. But immediately after that, and now you know why, let me ask you to work hard with us in advising us.
The main priority of Youth Action Plan is to shape external action in partnership with young people to ensure their ownership and thus accelerate process towards the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development and other international commitments such as the UN Youth, Peace and Security Agenda. The Youth Action Plan comprises several programs that aim at reinforcing the ties between the youth in Europe and their African counterparts. Likewise, the EU-Namibia Youth Sounding Board aims to create a real long-lasting change in how the European Union engages with young people in our policy work and in our cooperation. As far as I know, the youth sounding boards have been established at the moment in 15 ACP, African, Caribbean, Pacific countries, and altogether those ACP countries are 79. It is important that Namibia becomes one of these countries today. Youth Sounding Board raised a lot of interest here in Namibia. More than 200 applications were received, and the high quality of the applications made the selection process quite difficult. Hence, we were positively surprised about the number of youth who were already engaged in youth empowerment initiatives around Namibia. Also, the reserve list is full of candidates who could very well have joined now. For us, this is very good news. We will learn a lot about your experiences, and we are eager to hear what you say.
I'm Beverly Silas Clares.
Well, of course, because it is a weekend, we have a little something for all the sports lovers out there.
Welcome to Sunset News Sports section, where I'll be updating you on the latest local and international sport news. My name is Ashwin Berry. The NFA says clubs have to make use of existing funds and are encouraged to get their own additional funds in order to remain self-sufficient. Namibia Football Association Secretary General Jochen Trout has revealed that the association is not in a position to fund teams battling for First Division playoffs due to the fact that they were already remunerated earlier. This comes after several football clubs and members in football circles expressed dismay over the fact that the teams have had to play without transport allowances. The playoffs have been scheduled to take place in different towns, where teams from the second division have been competing for a place in the first division. The NFA, for the time being, has maintained their stance on the matter. The association says it will only cater to the logistics it deems fit to take care of at that moment. The foundation for the Walvish Bay Salt Junior Eagles' 7-wicket victory was once again laid by their bowlers in Dar es Salaam, Tanzania, during the African qualifiers for the 2024 World Cup in Sri Lanka. Namibia secured a 7-wicket victory when Kenya was bowled out for 64 runs in 30.4 overs. Namibia chased down the target by scoring 67 runs for 3 wickets in 16.4 overs in the second innings. Morris Kariata continued his bull run at the University of Dar es Salaam Cricket Oval with 3 wickets for 10 runs in 5 overs. Kariata is a huge talent for the future and won the Player of the Match award with his excellent spell yesterday.
Well, they say that all good things must come to an end, and this is unfortunately the end of our Saturday show. We will be back on Monday, same time, same place. Please stay warm, love up on each other. It's extremely cold. From all of us in studio, all our love, all our light, and
Adios.